days later, and here we go, guys. So this is what I'm planning right here, right now. I still got more stuff that I have to get for this thing. I will be getting a bleeder for it. I'm gonna check and see if I have something that it could work. I do want to see if I can get a bleeder for it, a bleeder for it. You know, with a foam and all that. Servos are working pretty fine. Good strength. Look at the setup on this. See that? Pretty cool. Look how that works. It has like a probably spring activated. So I love this. It's return spring. So I guess if you lose power, definitely comes back. The steering, good. Not powerful, but it works. And hey, better than going ahead and taking that apart, put it in a new spring, right? Can't complain. So this right here, this where is it at? This guy right here. It's I custom fitted it to fit on this real quick. That's for the ignition. So yeah. The spark plug, this is where I'm confused about this, because the spark plug, I really want to get in there and disassemble that engine one day, see how that engine is. I would love to do that, but we're not going to do that. Now the engine's perfectly fine. Probably new gaskets, but she's not leaking, so I think we could leave it alone. I think there's no reason to touch it. So where was I? Someone talked about something. I forgot what it was. Yeah, don't pay no mind to me, guys. So yeah, like I said, it's there. I got an air filter for it already oiled up. It runs. We know that. I know it runs. The only issue that like I said, once I get this, we'll get this. Now I was going to do that wiring to where both batteries are connected. Let's turn it off. To where both batteries are connected, right? That was the plan, to do that. I was going to wire these batteries together, make a two-way. One connects to this, the other side connects to that. But I really didn't want to risk doing that because I don't know if I want to leave these batteries in there and then, you know, sitting in that chassis. Now, another thing I have to do, I have to go ahead, and I'm working on getting one. I'm working on getting a 3D printer, right? Because I do want to see if I could create a holder for this thing. The idea would be, see, it just comes out. So I can't really run it the way I want to run it because the battery's going to come off. It's just going to jump off. Now, it's supposed to be a holder on top. And then a long screw that will screw in here. So the holder will go in like this. And I think it will go between the batteries. Boom. And that's it. So I have to figure it out how we're going to do this. I can't tie it down nowhere. And I have this. And what that does is you snug it in there. That helps out, kind of like keep her in there a little bit. But I'm trying to figure out if I could put like something here. I don't know, to hold it. Like a screw, a long screw, and then kind of like screw it in there and with something to hold the battery down as a temporary use. But I am working on getting a 3D printer, and I'm gonna see if I could design my own 3D holder, because I don't know if I could buy these. I mean, I can't. They don't. It's hard to find parts for this thing. It's nearly impossible. Now I could try to call the numbers on there, but who knows if that number even works? There's a number on the website where supposedly you could call them. You could call and get parts for this thing, but I don't know. I don't know, guys. But check this out. Like I said, it works. If goes up a little bit, we gotta adjust that, but it's okay. I figure why not leave it alone. She opens up pretty much a lot, right? Look at that. Steering works perfectly fine. Now, I remember a YouTuber that said that his were glitching. maybe my servo is strong enough to where I think from what he said there's interference with this, with the wiring. You'll have interference with it, with this, the ignition. Now maybe because it's not powered on. Let's see. Let's test her out. Right. Hold on. All right. So from my understanding, the gentleman I saw on YouTube, this is an old video. He lived in Britain. So the ignition is connected. From what I was told, from what he said, there starts being interference with the servos, the throttle servo. There's an interference when this is plugged in, right? I'm not seeing it. Everything seems to be working good. Steering, perfectly fine. Pretty strong, actually. Slow, but strong. That's what you want, right? You can't complain. I mean, feels good. You know, it does have to be aligned a little better, but it's not a big deal. That's pretty straight right there. All right. So feels good, guys. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't see any interference. No interference whatsoever. Nothing. Now the other thing that I'm having problem is the gas. How to put gas, right? Let me show you guys something. To put gas, this is the weirdest thing. You have to press on this and squeeze gas. So the only way to do that, you have to be I don't know, but yeah, a sorcerer, I guess. And put this in here like that. That's how I'm gonna do it. And hopefully you don't have a mess. And then get the fuel tank and try to freaking squeeze it in. That's the only problem right there. It's putting gas in this thing. I think it ends up being a two-man job, to be honest. Somebody holding this and somebody putting fuel. So that's another thing I have to figure out. How am I going to do that? What would be the easiest way to get fuel in there? Maybe it's something I could buy where I could just put something there and just have the fuel go in. I'm thinking would be a better idea to do that. To run this, I'm not worried too much about it because it's not a car that's going to be run that much. Really, it's not a car that's going to be run too much or nothing like that. You can tell brakes are pretty good. So we got good brakes. Fast throttle. It's a Airtronics throttle, so that's pretty cool that that's still alive. I'm guessing they're both Airtronics. My guess. That's pretty cool. But yeah, this is what I'm thinking of using if I have to put fuel in it. I just don't know how I'm gonna make it work. All right, racing kits. These are racing kits. I highly doubt these will ever be racing kits, but they were fast. They were fast. I ran it for a little bit, but couldn't really run it the way I wanted to. I have to take it somewhere with more open space. But these were supposed to be racing kits. That's what they sold it as, racing kits. Racing RTRs. RTR car is ready for racing. Check that out. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. There's a F1 style chassis. Wide here, thin there. So, yeah. I guess that's why they call this one the F1 Compagnucci Super Beetle F1. Now, guess what? Alright, guys. So let me see. Keep on working on this thing. You will see a video. It's ready to run, guys. It's ready to hit the road. It is ready to hit the road, guys. Because it is. The only problem I'm having is the battery situation, to where I'm not sure how I'm going to go about getting these batteries held down. That's the only problem I'm having. The fuel thing, what can we do? It's gonna be a mess to put fuel in it, but the problem is that this thing is pretty sweet, guys. Like I said, it's ready to go. Once you put fuel in it, you put the body back on it, turn on the power, right? And from here, put your drill through there, a 10 millimeter. I think it was. I forgot what was. I think it is a 10 millimeter. Um, 10 that is it. 10 millimeter block. Is it a cube? A 10 millimeter cube. I think that's what it is to get it. 10 millimeter. Bra bra. Or from what I was told, you can actually push the car. You could push it on the ground to get her started. I have not tried that yet, but I will. But I heard some people say it's a pain in the ass because you have to do it with a lot of speed. But I'm gonna still try it out. I'm gonna push it. I want to see if this thing cranks up by pushing it on the ground. But I gotta put fuel in it, and I might try that out. Probably have a video of me trying to crank her up on the ground. All right, guys, let me go ahead and put this baby away. Man, I love the way the body's looking. I cleaned her up. Look at that. All right. Bad news, guys. The diff, both are bad. This one just finally died on me. I'm having electronic problems like crazy. I'm having electronic problems, interference, a lot of problems going on. The engine is running perfectly fine, but the car, not good. Diff is completely dead. I'm having problems with the electronics. Interference, I'm losing signal completely. The coil is causing the engine to lose control. The servos and throttle. This is really bad, guys. I think this Compagnucci is completely dead. Unless I lock the rear and the front, lock them up with cement. That's the only way I see this is going to work. The only way I see it working. This thing is dead, guys. The diff on this thing completely dead. The motor still has a huge pinch. We're good on the motor. The motor is good. The motor is good, but when it comes to the diff, front is dead. The rear just went to shits. We're gonna have to figure out if we could get these rear and front and diff, the spider gears, see if they have them. But other than that, this thing is dead. Maybe some aftermarket gears to make them fit or something. I don't know what the hell we're planning. I'm gonna have to do here is either put cement in them and completely lock them up, so that way there's full straight power, and that's really where I see it happening. They're just old gears. They're gone. I mean, who knows how long they've been running without grease in them, and that's it. All she wrote, guys. That's all she wrote. And then when you turn on the electronics, it's just a lot of stuff going on. This thing starts doing this, then I lose signal. I mean, a lot of stuff going on, guys. A lot of stuff going on with the power and the electronics. We'll have to figure out a little bit more about this, see what's going on with it. But I think this thing is this is a goner. That's for sure. It's definitely a goner. That's sad though. That is sad. I use the wheels. I could probably use it. I don't think I could use it, but the engine. Probably using something else. I highly doubt it though. I'm probably using something else. Who knows? But would have loved to have this thing running right. Oh well. That's it for now for the Compagnucci, and we'll come back to it once I find out if I can find the rear and front and rear diff on this. All right, guys, here I am working on this thing, man. So I figured something out. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna try it out. I went ahead and I put steel spider gears, and I did what I could to make this work. It works. Not as smooth, of course not, duh, but it's going to work. It's going to at least get this thing running, right? And it's going to be open. It's going to be like a semi-locked diff. It still has movement, so it's going to move here and there. You'll see once I installed it, it will have some movement. But yeah, this is what I came up with, guys. I figure steel gears, spider gears in there will work. I had to completely modify, as you see that. I had to modify them to make them work, to make them fit. So yeah, so yep, that's what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. We'll try the rears out. These are Red Cat spider gears. I had to, like I said, modify them completely. Dremel out the hole to make it fit these hubs. So inner hubs, the outer hubs, yeah, outer cups, the outer cups, these cups. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm tired, guys. The outer cups. So I had to make it work. So we're gonna grease these things up. See what happens. Alright, guys, here it is. After some huge modifications to the differential in the back, we have now fixed it. Alright, look at that. But then we got good pressure, you know. Shoot, grab. That's the important thing. Check this out. That's what. She'll grab. And that's what you want. So she's open in the back now. So she's open. She's open in the front. So if you go like that, and with the, like I said, I put steel gears in the back. So that should help this car out. Now I don't know how it's gonna act once I run it out there. Once I run it, that's when I'm gonna know if it really worked or not, right? Because the front, I have to do the front in the future. That's a pain in the ass. There's a lot of grinding, and I just don't feel like dealing with it today. Not today. I did the rears. They were a pain in the ass, but I got an idea how the fronts are going to be done, right? The rears are set up to a point where, I mean, just let me show you guys. All right, guys. So this is what you want, right? So now, see that? It's turning the engine. And that's what you want. That's what you want. You want to hear that. You want that. See, these won't do that no more. See that? At all. Nothing. They're completely dead. Those gears are gone. So there's no grabbing forward. These are grabbing now. Now they're open. They're open. Right? They're open right here. See that? They are grabbing. They are grabbing, which is that's why. Now, how are they gonna feel when the engine starts? That's the question, guys. But for now, this is that's what I came up with. That's the fix to the rear. I don't know, guys, if it's gonna work, guys. I'm not sure. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Like I said, I had to do a whole bunch of modifications to the transmission in the rear. I was using Red Cat spider gears in the rear. Don't know what's the item number. I'll find out. I'll put it on the screen for you guys. But I had to do a lot of modifications, a lot of grinding to make those gears fit on the shafts that it comes with. So It wasn't easy, guys. It was just was not easy whatsoever. So I ain't gonna lie to you guys. It was a pain in the ass. It was either that or use plastic gears again, 3D print plastic gears, and have those go to shits again. So I decided I decided to go with that option, which was go ahead. So these are the gears. As you guys can see, turn on the flash. Can we turn on the flash? All right. Those are the gears. You see how bad they're just bad, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Plastic. And that's why I did my spacing. See, I try to make it as close to that as possible. Of course, the gears are smaller, so that might cause the car to go slower now because I had to put smaller spider gears in there. See, part number 02066. That's the part number to them. And here they are. So these are the gears I had to put in there. So I had to open the insides. I had to open them up and all that. Modify them to fit the shafts on those spider gears on that rear diff. And now it's time to test them out. Let's test out this car. Take it out there. See how it feels. Put some power into it. See that? Smaller teeth. These are what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 teeth. And these were, let me see. These are different teeth. These were a lot more. So these are less teeth. I don't know if that's going to, it might affect the performance of the car. But if that's the case, I ain't worried about it, guys. It's an old car. I just want it to run. So that's what I wanted to do. I just want it to run. That's what matters to me, as long as it runs, right? Those gears were, you know, I could have gone with some other ones right here. I was trying to go with these, but they were too big and they did not fit. The teeth were different. Now I could have used a set of 4 of these and modify them, but that's going to be a lot of work. Like I said, guys, I'm tired. I did not feel like doing all that, but at least we got, look at that. And that's what it didn't have before. Look at that. That's good. That's good news. It's grabbing. And like I said, that's what you want. You want it to grab. You hear that compression? You see that? So what I did now, I added this to the spark plug wire, the coil. And the reason why I did that, because I noticed that there's a lot of interference in the electronics. So I'm hoping this helps out. Let's see what happens. Mine didn't have that. I noticed that other cars, there's pictures where there is, you'll see that on there. So let's see if that helps out with interference. I'm hoping it does. You never know. But yeah, I had huge interference issues. Huge interference issues with this car. Real bad. The throttle would go crazy on this thing. So the plan is to see if that helps out. You can put a plastic around here. Keep this, I don't know. Let's see what happens. See if it stops it. We got to take her out and run it and see what it does. Somehow. Maybe. I'm hoping that, I mean, once they both are using the same gears, we should see the performance. But for now, we're going to use rear. We're going to test out with the rears only and see how she reacts. Of course, we're going to be, you know, the rears are going to be the ones that are going to do all the work. The fronts ain't going to do nothing. The fronts are completely dead. Nothing. So, but at least the rears are going to be doing all the work. So it's going to be rear-wheel drive for now. All right, guys. Robrismo out, man. This is the progress. This is what I came up with for the Compagnucci Super Beetle gas nitro car. Alright guys, it's all about taking it out again, and hopefully it'll run better. That's the hopes. Okay, peace out.